Hello and welcome to the 8th ever episode of Business Litigation TV. This is a show all about helping business owners and managers either avoid litigation or help them through it. This episode is a little out of order. Episode 9 was done before episode 8 because I guess I can't keep track of my numbers. That being said, today I'd like to talk about magic. The reason I want to talk about magic is clients in general tend to think lawyers are magical, which means that when they get an attorney, they expect the attorney to just magically make things happen. Whether it's they want a problem to disappear in seconds, or, hey, we got the judgment, where's my money? That second one is the most common. They always want to know, why they don't have the money in their account the second they win a case. So unless you're in personal injury, I gotta tell you, this isn't gonna happen. So when you win a case, you win it a few different ways. One, you settle, they give you money. Great result. 2 is you win the case and they just hand you the money. That'd also be a fantastic result. However, the most likely result is you get a judgment after winning a case. This is, of course, assuming you don't settle. And at that point, you have to chase down the money. What this means is that first I have to tell them they have to pay. That usually gets ignored. Then I have to send them what's called a subpoena. Either they appear for a deposition to tell me where their assets are and how much money they have, blah, 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 or I send them written questions that state the same things. However, they don't, a lot of times they don't respond to either subpoenas. They just don't show up for the deposition, they don't answer the questions. So what happens next? What happens next is I have to make a motion for contempt. And the motion for contempt basically says you have to answer the subpoena. So, do they answer the subpoena then? Sometimes, most likely not. Then I have to make another motion for contempt. And this one tells them if they don't now, they really have to answer the subpoena, or else they could be arrested. And when they don't do that, then I have to get a arrest warrant. And then I have to have them arrested. This is not a quick process. It could take 6 to 12 months or longer. And the other thing is, you gotta realize, say you win a $50,000 judgment against Joe Schmo. How many people do you know that just have $50,000 sitting in a bank account ready to give away? Not a whole lot. So what do? I attach to their bank accounts, I attach to where they work, so I get something of every paycheck. But there's a reason why judgments can last up to 20 years or longer. Because these kind of payments don't get made every day. And most people don't have the kind of money for those kind of payments. So when you're doing a case, you also have to look at who you're doing the case against. Okay? If you're out 30 grand, let's say you're out 30 grand, and the person's driving a 1985 beat up Honda Accord, renting, and working at Old Navy. Don't do the case, okay? You're gonna spend 5 grand or more for me to chase them. And then you're gonna take 25 years to ever see close to half the money. So, you also have to make a strategic business decision. Is it worth the money to hire me to not get the money in return? Or just in general, is it worth it to hire me? You always need to know that. Is it worth it to hire someone, an attorney? Does the person you want to sue have assets? Will they have money? Will they have insurance? Who will pay? These are all things that need to be thought about. And a good lawyer will sit down and tell you these things too. All right? A bad lawyer is the one who just sits in his office willing to take any case without any consideration for you or who you're suing. So, wrap up. I'm not magical. I, like most attorneys, just do the best we can with the information we have. And the court system is a long process, okay? But I'm always here to answer questions, give you tips, to help you in any way I can. So please email me, jesse@jdelaw.nyc. Okay? Until next time, have a great weekend or week, whatever it is when you're watching this. Take care.